Hello everybody, welcome to another Sunday night rant. It's been a bit of a disaster tonight, or actually this afternoon, when I started looking at the papers and scribbling, because the printer's packed up. You know these little printers you buy, right? They're more complicated than landing the space shuttle, right? Coming back, re-entering, and they're still flying that thing. Elon Musk will buy it in a minute. It'll be electric. You've got to stop halfway and plug it in. I believe they're selling well, them cars, aren't they? I can't help thinking they're a bit milk floaty, don't you? Yes. Okay, right then. So we're going to go through the daily papers today. And first of all, thank you all for making JDTV a big success. You know what's coming up now. JDTV is going to be soon trading under the banner of Ustream. Yes, Ustream, because we're about to stream lots and lots of stuff. Me working live, Jonesy, lots of people working live that you can watch, and also a new channel about history and documentaries. It's quite good, and they were all shot years ago in the vast long life of my friend, partner, and business colleague, Robert Garofalo, who is 65 today. A total liar. He's 68 if he's a day. Anyway, so we start tonight's little rant, especially for our friends on YouTube who've got a little bit of this, and then of course we go over to www.JDTV. No, I never get this bloody right. I've got to be the worst salesman on earth. www.jimdavidson.uk. And if you want to buy any videos and things like that, it's www.jimdavidson.org. Isn't it nice to see Boris with his wife and that child up in Scotland on a holiday in dear old Scotland, when you can still go without a passport? According to the Fandabidozi woman, England are allowed there. I saw a banner up the other day. English, stay away. Okay, I guess I'm English now, having been down here for a few years. I wonder if I'll get a vote because my family were Glaswegians. I doubt it. Would I vote for Scottish independence? Not sure on that one. It all depends what's in it for me, personally. Great. So anyway, good to see old Boris. And it's nice to see the newspapers found some grumpy old farmer to say, he climbed over my fence and put up his tent. Not only did he put up his tent, he refused to use the gate. He should resign. He put a chair on one side and a chair the other and climbed over. How he never caught his bollocks on the barbed wire, I've no idea. I found a couple of withered prunes hanging there. Must have been Cummings instead. And he left the property and left his minders to clear up. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. You go off, you policemen and all you other aides and people who always saving the country. And me and me missus, who've just had a baby and no frigging sleep, and I've had the convids, we'll go round and pick up all the shit in the litter. OK? Anyway, guess what's happening now with the BBC? Well, apparently they've got a bit more time on their hands after they've stopped picking on Alex Belfield. But the right, here we go. The BBC, last night at the proms. What do you remember it for, last night at the proms? A lot of hooray Henrys, all getting shit-faced and singing sea shanties and Land of Open Glory with them big fat opera singing women. That's why pianos are shaped like that, grand pianos, so they can get their big arses in. Anyway, listen to this. The BBC, these are my notes today, look, because typewriter, won't have it, wants to do copies and... fucking unbelievable. I have things that don't work, you know. I dictate to my computer, my Apple Mac Pro, I dictate to it, and let's say I want to send a love letter. It will type, fuck off, you're getting on my nerves. It's like, the other morning I said something to my missus, I was thinking of one thing and I said another. And what were you thinking? I was thinking how much I wanted to tell her how much I loved her. And what did you actually say? I said, fuck off, you miserable cow, you're ruining my fucking life, and I'm paying for yours. Nothing to do with me personally. Not this one anyway. She's right. BBC, what on earth are you doing? First of all, we know you're all run by women. I won't be sexist enough to say that's no good, but there seems to be a pattern forming here, doesn't there? Seems to be a pattern of young girl executives, and they make some great things, but they make some shit decisions based on the fact that they're young girls. They are dropping Land of Hope and Glory, or talking about it, and Rule Britannia from the last night of the proms. What's that about? Why do people watch it? Because they want to sing about how proud their country is. Is it because in the audience there's a load of white hooray Henrys, all pissed, swigging champagne and coming out of Harrods? Is it? Is there not enough black faces there? Well, why don't we have a steel band fucking play it? Is there not enough diversity? Why don't we have Bob Marley top of the fucking bill? Have we gone mad? This is our country. What are you trying to do with it, you stupid fuckers? Listen to who this is. Right. So the head of... Oh, this is the conductor who said it'll be a good idea to try this out without any people so they can't hear the fucking booze. That's why when they don't play it. Her name is Dahlia Stavesky. And Dahlia is a big Black Lives Matter supporter. Well, God bless her. Maybe she'd go and join all them mad Americans that want to pull down the statue of John Wayne, and change the John Wayne Airport into something. What are we going to call it? Fucking, God knows what. The world's gone mad. Stop being fucking stupid, all you lefties. You're playing into these people's hands. Right, the head of BBC Music. Here we go, talking of John Wayne and what he did to people. Jan Youngblood. That's her name. That's a lovely name, isn't it? Youngblood. Does sound Native American, doesn't it, really? Well, you should... I don't know if you are or not, and would it be a hate crime to even suggest you are, but if I had a name like that, I'd pull down John Wayne, what he did to those fucking Indians, throwing the wagons in a circle, cheating like that, where they was coming and cutting our hair off. Please, Mr. Custer. Anyway... Okay, so that's what's happening at the moment. Of course, the other big headline is in the Daily Mail, and it has to be said, where the convids, BLM, life going fucking shit, is that Ant McPartland, bless him, and from Ant and Dec, two of my favourites. They really are two of my favourites. There was a picture of him walking with his dogs and his new girlfriend, who's much better than that fucking wife, I think. But anyway, he got wet in the rain. Quarter of a page in the newspaper. Harry Maguire, I quite like him. Everyone's a Manchester United fan, aren't they? If they've got no one else to support or your team's shit, you say Manchester United. I'm sick of going up north now. Who do you support? Charlton. When I say that, oh, nice family club, I say Man United now. I don't really support them at all, ever since they beat us 27-0. But anyway, this is a bloke called Harry Maguire. He plays for England, doesn't he? England. Why don't we have a Britain team? Anyway, I suppose we do in the Olympics. Do we win? Would it make any difference? Would a Welshman get into the English team or a Scotsman? I doubt it. Here we go. Harry Maguire, he's the captain. He seems quite nice. Doesn't say a great deal, does he? He just sits there in midfield and clears it away. He's gone to a place called... He's gone to his Kinos. Am I reading this wrong? Harry Maguire gone to my Kinos. He ain't gone to my Kinos. I ain't got a Kinos. I don't go away. I don't go abroad. Me, I'm going to Weymouth. So there, if the weather's right. Right, this is according to the papers. He earns roughly £190,000 a week. Well, good for him. If you're making your owners £250,000 a week, then you should be entitled to the lion's share of it. But it's when the papers say he earns roughly. How do they make out the world's richest celebrities? How come I'm never in it? Doesn't take a lot of working out that. Anyway, he's had a bit of a punch-up in his Kinos, and... apparently there's a bit of a scrap with some other drunken arseholes, probably from up north somewhere, or some football fans not taking too kindly to the English captain, or if he is the English captain, to Man United's captain, or maybe because he earns roughly 190 grand a week. And apparently his sister was stabbed, and he had a bit of something to say about that. Well, wouldn't you have something to say about that if your sister was stabbed by a sharp object, it said? Oh, how can you stab someone with a fucking blunt object? That's clubbing them. Anyway, I hope she gets better, and I hope justice will be done. But this is the bit that gets me. Harry Maguire and his pals, one who was from Love Island, and another guy called Rashford, I think, who was, I don't know him. Anyway, £400 for a bottle of Jack Daniels. Now, that is ridiculous, isn't it? Do you do that? I remember going to a club years ago and seeing footballers. They were of colour on, I give them the knee, and they had a huge big thing. They had to have the dearest champagne, pour it in this thing and drink it with straws, because they had to be seen to do that. They were living up to expectations. They were living up to standardisation of what black footballers do. It's like women, white women, that were generally wags, you know, eyebrows drawn on, pout, glossy, shiny skin, fucking lips that's had more things in it than just dicks. They all now drink gin, don't they, out of jacuzzis like that. Everyone seems to drink the same drink. And what's this thing? a spritz, apple spritz. Everyone has an apple spritz. I wouldn't fucking do an apple spritz if I fell over one. It sounds like a German to me. Anyway, 400 quid a bottle of Jack Daniels in Greece, and the Greeks are making out their fucking skint. Well, they're not. I ain't seen many Greeks fucking paddling ashore. Have you? Or Turks? Oh no, they're all doing fucking very well out of us. And here's the last little bit, right, that we've got to look forward to. And I'll share this with you people on YouTube, because you can put comments calling me an arsehole on God knows what. But if you fucking think that I'm not going to mention this, and if you think it's okay, these extreme, whatever they're called, you know, the tree huggers, those fucking idiots that have that sign and whatever, and they walk round and they want to defund the police. So they've seen the BLM people, Black Lives Matter, who want to defund the police, and they've got like a military wing, haven't they, in their Action Man outfits with the eyes that go like that. There's 1 million of them. 1 million people are going to walk through the streets of London. Okay, Clarissa Dick, get out there and nick them. They're not supposed to be doing that. I keep reading about you breaking up a party. Some poor bugger in Huddersfield, it had to be Huddersfield, didn't it, had a party, or Leeds, they have big family get-together. They get broken up and people are arrested and fined. What are you going to do about 1 million people walking along, some of them dressed as paramilitaries? Are you going to do a bit of stop and search of the paramilitaries, make sure they ain't got the fucking gap down the inside of the trousers? But no. Okay, they want to defund the police. Get out there and show them that that is not going to happen, and nick these fuckers, because they're going to spread the convids and I'm going to fucking end up getting it. The only good thing about this virus is gun crime has reduced. You don't need a gun anymore. All these gangs of colour and white gangs, they don't need guns anymore, because if a policeman comes up, all you've got to say is, "Racist!" Don't point a gun at him, he'll have a go at you, brave policeman. But you say, "Racist," he'll fucking run like a puppy dog, okay? Right, so let's just work out. BLM, I'm supporting that. I support BLM. My BLM is slightly different to you, nutcase BLM, you protester BLM. Of course, Black Lives Matter, but my BLM's matter. British lives matter. How about that? And let's hope Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland want to be part of that too, because we want to keep this kingdom together, okay? And what about mixed race people? How are they doing? Are they drawn between one or the other? I met Frank Bruno's son again the other evening at a little gig I did, and he's the most fantastic, handsome chap, half black, half white. I said to him, "How lucky are you?" And Frank's not black, and I'm not white. And Laura, Frank's ex-wife, she's white and Frank's black. Well, why weren't he grey? Why weren't Franklin grey? No, he was a handsome, tanned young man to be proud of. And I did say, it's people like Frank Bruno that could save this bloody country, not the idiots walking around demanding things. Let's have someone really good, like Martin Luther King, with something to say instead of walking around like a fucking idiot all the time. If you want to do something about this country, do something about it. Don't moan. We don't want grey children. We don't have grey children. We have mixed race children, and how lucky they are. If they were grey, they could go... Well, an elephant can go buy a sofa on his own, couldn't he, as well as the zebra. But OK, then, let's get over to JDTV while I calm down. Fucking hell, see you Thursday. I don't care, do I?